All right, you already know what time it is. It is Up Nepa. Very good morning. Good morning to you. This is Up Nepa, and you know what it is. You already know what Up Nepa is. This is an electricity advocacy program that informs you, educates you, enlightens you, and of course, entertain you. My name is Victoria Festus, and this morning I'm going to be your anchor for today's show. Of course, I'm not going to be rolling this boat alone. This morning, I'm going to be rolling this boat with our only lady, our one and only lady. We like hearing her voice every time. Good morning, Justina. Good morning. Happy to
Vicky.
see you.
Good morning, Victoria. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good morning at our day updates. I'm excited to be here again after the Salah celebration.
And I'm happy to see you, and I'm always happy to have you every Friday. Honestly speaking, I'm always happy to have you. Okay, this morning we also have our Obonge Baba Up Nepa with us. Good morning, Baba Up Nepa. You're welcome to the show this morning.
Good morning, Vicky. Please stop making this thing because it's Baba up Nepa. You should not mean you should make it local. Say, let's have Barbara up Nepa.
Okay.
Funkicize it.
Okay. Good morning, Baba Up Nepa.
Thank you, Vicky.
Okay, like I already said, this is Up Nepa. You can watch this program live on Facebook at Up Nepa platform and on YouTube at Up Nepa _platform. This morning is going to be an interesting one, but before I go into what we have this morning, this is for you, Justina. Last week, all of you abandoned me in the studio. What happened? Where were you after and before Salah?
Last week was Salah. I had to stay at home. Let me stay and wait for the Salah meat. I had a lot of meat. So I had first course, second course, third
wow.
Meat, chicken, chin, rice, everything. Sure, you not see my chicks.
I did not even call me, not even a phone call. Vicky, where you doing?
You're already getting your own share now.
I was here. Nobody gave me rice. Nobody gave me any chicken for Sallah. I was here. Nobody invited me. His own case is different. I will meet him later.
Nobody. It took them time to respond. Maybe they thought I was going to come to their house.
It's fine. It's okay. Okay. This morning's program is going to be an interesting one. Many Nigerians do not even know that Nigeria was supplying electricity to Niger and few other West African countries until the military coup in Nigeria happened in 2023 and President Bola Ahmed Niger. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God, about Nepa, Today, not too much lesson. Okay.
You can't afford to give our audience anything wrong. They will fly with it.
All right. So, in Baba Up Nefa's voice, Niger. Okay. Until the military coup in Niger happened in 2023, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the chairman of ECOWAS, ordered that Nigeria cut electricity supply to Niger as part of the sanction imposed by ECOWAS in response to the ousting of President Mohamed Bazoum. So this morning we are seeking to understand why Nigeria supplies electricity to other countries despite domestic shortages.
Honestly, Vicky, no, that's exactly what people will think, because when you're looking at it first, when you think about it first of all, you think it's so unfair. We don't have, and yet we are giving out. But people are asking that how is a country that is struggling so much with power, with electricity, can still be exporting this electricity? You know, it sounds as if we are prioritizing others above ourselves. But but it's more deeper than it looks like.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, it's a combination of strategic, economic, and diplomatic reason. It's not as if Nigeria just wants to, but there are a lot of reason behind it. And well, let me not put the cats before the horse.
But I think you are on the right track because basically there are a lot of other things that are involved. Now let's first let's understand the River Niger itself.
Okay.
Like the River Niger is where we have our Kainji Dam, we have our Jeba Dam on. Those are the biggest hydro generating power stations we have in the country. Now, that river originates from Guinea, and then passes through Mali then Niger, and then border of Benin, then entered Nigeria. Okay, if anything happens to that river on this route, then Kainji is also affected, Jeba is affected. And mind you, the river does not only serve for hydro power generation alone, it also serves for agricultural economy, for transport economy. People use it for transport, people use it for agricultural irrigation and all that. Now, since our dams are on that river, imagine a scenario where Niger now decides to build a dam on that river before it gets to Nigeria. It simply means that Jeba Kainji will be taken out. Until now that we are having gas generating plants, in the back in the days, it was hydro generating plants that we had that were sustaining our power sector. So those two dams will be taken out. That kind of scenario can even lead to war. And basically that's what happened. So that to avoid that, Nigeria had to go and enter into agreements, bilateral agreements, all that. Okay, you give us, don't build dam on this place, we'll give you power. And we are fortunate because Niger then did not have money to even build a dam. We don't know about it now, but then they didn't have money to build the dam. So I think those are things that we should also look at when we are considering why Nigeria is exporting power. We are not exporting power because we love to do it, but it's because it's by force.
Well, this is very interesting because many Nigerians don't even know this fact that you just mentioned about Nepa, and that's the reason why there is Nepa. Most of these things we educate people and inform people on what is going on actually in the power sector. It's very interesting, and it's also an eye opener to a lot of people out there.
Yes, exactly, Vicky. One thing we should also note is that Nigeria is not even giving these people electricity for free. They're actually paying for it. So we are earning foreign exchange from it. So giving Benin, giving Niger, giving Togo is under this kind of agreements. They are even more reliable. To be honest, their payment is more reliable than the local consumers. Yes, those countries pay promptly and they pay better.
So Nigerians don't pay promptly and better too.
You know now. I have to tell you. It's a political arrangement. It's also a commercial arrangement that will help sustain the system, the sector.
Just to add to what Baba of Nepa said, Nigeria is part of a regional system known as the West African Power Pool. Created to allow countries to share electricity and support each other in terms of supply and stability. Now, as one of the largest power producers in West Africa, naturally Nigeria supplies electricity to neighboring countries as part of that commitment under the ECOWAS. And do you know that in just last year alone, electricity export generated around $112 million to Niger and Benin Republic alone, and sometimes over
$112 million.
Wow! Yes, and sometimes it is and they are not even generating. They are not giving that much, because what they say is that they are giving only 6% of total generation.
Wow!
And they are getting this large amount of money.
Wow!
And sometimes they say it's not as high as 150 million or 164 million. There are some years that they've gotten that high amount. And that once the West African power pool has been fully integrated, there is a projection that Nigeria can get $1 billion every year. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? When people are still bypassing, Nepa is coming here every time to complain about bypassing, about people owning, and yet they are getting stable income every year.
It's really interesting.
It's not even about that. Even government institutions are owing.
That's
and the government is the largest debtor, biggest debtor in this sector.
That's so bad. Honestly, to add up to what Baba Opnepa said earlier, people might think this is just exporting electricity. That's what we are doing, but it's beyond that, because the problem is much deeper than we talk. We assume it is. It's not just about exporting electricity. There are lots of things in line that needs to be sorted out. We talked about vandalism. We talked about gas supply. We talked about a lot of things. The problem is in depth, and until those problems are being resolved, I mean, we pray and hope that a better a better positive this will happen. So
the real issue lies in the structure of the power sector itself. We are dealing with weak transmission network, poor distribution systems, and infrastructure that cannot even carry the amount of power being generated. In other countries, they have infrastructure on ground, despite the fact they are not generating the power. So we don't even have the infrastructure on ground, because sometimes electricity is available and the system cannot handle it.
Yeah.
Transmission lines are overloaded, and distribution companies sometimes cannot even accept more power. And since the power generated cannot be kept, it's not something that you say, I'm going to save it, I'm going to keep it in the bank or whatever. You cannot save it for future use. Exporting it is the more efficient way to use power rather than letting it go to waste. So Nigeria power problem comes mainly, and also Nigeria power problem again comes also from power supply and gas supply shortage, thermal plants, and not the exports. So what we are facing is not because of the export, but because of what is on ground. That needs to be addressed.
So you're saying the power that is being generated is easier exported than distributed in Nigeria.
It's still going to waste. So why don't you get money from it?
Once the power is generated, it has to be consumed.
Yes, it has to be consumed.
You can't store it on the grid. So as you are generating, you have to take it out. So that's instead of, and then if you don't take it out, it's wasted. So instead of losing that amount, it's how we earn so much. Because the truth is that without this foreign, like Josina rightly read out, this foreign funds coming in, this financial aspect of the power sector will really suffer, because the right now, while we having so much drop in our supply, because many gas generating power plants are shutting down. Why? They cannot access gas. Why can't they access gas? They are owing the gas companies to the tune of trillions of naira. And why are they owing the gas companies? According to them, distribution is not able to pay them, so that they can also pay the gas companies. So without this foreign investment coming in, this sector will actually crumble. So I think at this point, even the financial sense to exports.
Yes.
It makes financial sense to export.
It's as good as maybe as a business person, you actually go and you sell to somebody that is bringing much money to you. You can actually send it to when someone is negotiating with you, how much is that this is actually 20,000, and this person is negotiating maybe 10,000 or 15,000, and the other person is ready to pay you go and collect the one
that's true.
Honestly, just for you to restock again and make business more easier.
It's just like turning waste to wealth.
Yeah.
So most time we've not even looked at it that way, but that's it. Because whatever is waste that needs to be wasted is now turned into money. So and it's benefiting the country a lot.
Yes, and I think we should also pay attention to what Josina mentioned earlier. She said something that only about 6%. So it's not that they are taking everything. Yes, it's not that they are taking everything we are generating and giving it out. Just about 6%, and we are making so much. That reminds me about the 2080 rule. That 20% of your efforts give you 80% of your results, and 80% of the effort. So like Nigeria is like 80% giving 20% profit, while the foreign people are just 20% and they are giving 80% profit.
Wow, this is interesting. Okay, the conversation still continues, and like I said, this is Up Nepa. You can watch this program live on Facebook at Up Nepa platform and on YouTube at Up Nepa underscore platform. You can drop your comments on our social media platform. Do well to also like, do well to comment, do well to share, and hit that notification button. Just to get you informed of anything new we'll bring your way. To also reach us out in the studio, the number to call is 0903 880883 Let's hear from you, our dear listener. Let's hear from you. Do you think Nigeria should stop exporting electricity and focus on domestic market? Let's hear your contribution. Okay, we have our first caller for the day. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from? Let there be light. Up Nepa.
My name is Ambassador JP Challenger. I'm calling you from Fulham. You see, stopping Nepa supply light, you understand, to foreign countries. Okay. Even you people, you know it's not possible. And my reason why is this. They pay more than we do. I don't know if you're understanding me.
Yeah, go on.
That is just the secret behind it. And the reason why I said so is this. If you take a look at it here in Nigeria, even in Niger State, it happens. I told you earlier, you see, there is no how you can pay for what you don't consume. By law, it is a criminal act. And there is no how, you understand, you consume and you don't pay. See, if you go to some houses now, as I'm talking to you, those who are not using prepaid meter, some of the houses are having a lot of debt that even they sell the house. I am the one telling you this.
Okay.
They cannot balance the debt they are owing. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
If it is a lie, go around and check. Some of us, we don't pay light bill. We do what we call bypass. Even in the prepaid meter, they do what they call bypass. I don't know if you're understanding me. Like you see, 2 weeks back, when I said Alhaji Badegi, that is the CEO of Badegi Radio, even him, he said, he called on air, and he said they enjoyed 12 hours light. I don't know if you understand, and he appreciates AEDC, you understand, for giving them light for that hour. One thing people fail to understand is this. They buy this light, and it's the megawatts they give them, that they cut it short and give us. Formerly, the megawatts they give them is high. Now it's low due to the gas shortage. I don't know if you're understanding me. You cannot just sit in the comfort of your zone. A man called from Boso, he said, I am lying.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
You said, you see, a man from Boso called, he said, I am lying, that they don't enjoy life. The question I want to ask is this. The little you enjoy, you pay. AEDC buy this life. It is not for free. By the time the little you enjoy, you don't pay. It is a criminal act by law. You are consuming light and you don't want to pay. How do you want AEDC to get money and buy another one? And one thing people fail to understand is this. You see this light, they buy it. It is not free. And if they give them this megawatt, they don't distribute that day. It has expired.
Okay, so thank you very much, sir. Can you just...
Ambassador, are you not supporting that Nigeria should export? Ambassador,
yes.
Are you not supporting the fact that Nigeria should keep on exporting power to other countries? Are you not supporting that Nigeria should keep on exporting power to other countries?
Let me give you an answer.
Okay.
The secret behind it is this. If they don't supply, how will they be able to make their money? They pay more than us. As I earlier told you, some of us, we consume light and we don't pay. And by law, it is a criminal act. So the little they give you, try and pay the little they give you. Yeah. And it will motivate AEDC to give us more.
All right, thank you very much, Ambassador, for that contribution.
It is a problem. And please, I want to beg you people, please, opinion. It is wrong. Please be professional. Thank you.
No, but why we like you, but this is a platform where everybody is open to express their own opinion.
But why you are also
Insist is that you don't bring facts that you don't have. You don't say something that you don't have facts about.
I also make it brief.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have another call. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Abdullah Galatin Africa. I want to appreciate Nepa what it is doing. But we also, Nigerians, we should be very be able to pay whatever bills we are doing. You see, this estimated bill, I think it's not the best. Because there are some houses they will have 2 months no light, and yet the bill will come say 30,000 or so.
Okay, so the question is, do you think Nigeria should keep supplying electricity to other countries?
Why not? Because that is the only.
Sorry, we lost that call. Okay,
You just said why not? That means he agrees with you too.
honestly. Okay, the number to call is still 0903-8808-883. 0903-8808-883. Please go ahead before we take this.
Yeah, there's this saying that said, as a mother, you know the bikini you get. So we know ourselves and we know how it is. So we just know that a lot of people don't pay bills, and a lot of people bypass even those we prepaid. So if you have an avenue that will bring money that will help the sector, you have to go for it.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
My name is Musa Osrokuta.
Okay, you're welcome.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. Go ahead.
You can hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so thanks, very good. Thank you for the program you are coming on this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Nepa just called now, said that you people should be professional, that people should not be tampering with other people's opinion. I don't know what he means by that, but I want him to understand that this is a public domain. He's speaking to public, and his opinion may touch somebody's opinion, and that person has the right to respond, even in court of law. Even in court of law, if you presented a case that the opponent lawyer has the right to respond to what you say, talk of his opinion, I should understand that Prestige Radio is not his own personal radio station. It's a public domain. So when a topic is at hand, people are discussing. Whatever he says, you should know that it is subject to somebody to oppose that. So in terms of the Nepa, let me go to the topic at hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nepa has been behaving somehow to Nigeria, most especially we, the Nigerians, that we are crowned and as power state. We own this hydropower station in this country almost about 3 to 4, but we don't get light, and we have been asked to pay for light bill every month. How can you pay for what you don't have? So if they want, as he rightly said, that they buy, actually they buy. Then if they buy, they should give us the commodity before we pay. The commodity is not being given to you and you're asked to pay. They don't buy transformer to communities, they don't buy amount cable to communities, fuse box they don't buy, posts they don't buy, wire that they do cut at time they don't buy, they don't do anything. Nothing in terms of maintenance that Nepa is to do. It is the community that does that. And at the end, you will be charged for what you have not even consumed. So the people that own this Nepa, I'm appealing to them. It is a business, quite all right, it is a business. And in any business, you are into business for you to have a profit, right? But make sure the commodity you are selling is available, that people can get and buy. They should make sure that this Nepa is steady. When they give a steady electricity to their customers, customers must to pay. But in a situation where this light is not staying, people are so, like in Minana, people are suffering. As a result of there is no light, there is no water, and there's no that. There are people who have their daily bread in terms of this life, such as tailor, welders, pure water companies, so on and so forth. They are There are so many of them. Without that light, how do they want them to get money? I think they have to go to spend the light. So I'm appealing to all the people that own the Nepa. Please, they should standardize this area. They should give people light. It is unfortunate that a state capital that is crowned as power state will sleep without electricity.
All right.
It's very, very unfair. So
All right, thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you so much for that. Okay, we also need to bear in mind that it's not just about exporting electricity. This also helps to, improve stability as well, and also, support trade too. Because it's not, if you see it from the angle, okay, they are giving too much when we are not getting enough. It is also, okay, before we continue, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Nepa.
Let there be light.
Yes, this is on video on the line. Happy Good Friday. My sister, you say on Friday, last Friday, you didn't chop meat. Nobody invited you.
Nobody invited me, honestly.
Don't worry, don't mind them, don't mind them. Definitely, you understand. Me, as my own opinion,
Okay.
let them give them the light. Why? Because they are paying higher than us.
Yes.
One, but in Nigeria, especially in Nigeria, we have a dam. We're supposed to pay the low price at least, not less than 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. The highest payer in Nigeria, we have to pay like 5,000 naira, even though you have 20 self-content, not less than 5,000 naira. Here we are appealing, please. All these things that we have, we should rule.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you so much. Our line is all
It's offline today.
This is interesting because you're expecting the payment for Niger State to be 2,000, at most 5,000, and in my head I'm running the figures. I'm like, why? Because okay, on what basis are you going to give Niger State, peg that for Niger State? They are selling this commodity, and if they are selling, there's an illusion right now that is, I think we need to clarify. Many people are thinking that Niger State, let me even not put the cat in front of the horse, or how do you say it? Because, next week, hopefully, we'll be talking about it. People call Niger power state. What is the essence of the power state? How much megawatts of the total megawatts coming out of on the grid that comes from Niger?
Yeah.
Our biggest power state supplies come from gas. It's just about 30% of our generation of power that comes from hydro. So if you are saying they should give Niger at 5,000, okay, what about we have those hydro power stations that they should pay 1,000, and that means industry will come. But it's good to begin to clarify some of these things.
Okay, let's take another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Gentlemen in the house. Nepa.
Let's have a line. Sorry, your name and where you're calling from. I didn't get that.
And down Nepa.
It's up Nepa.
It's all Nepa also.
Let's call it down and then for Kulabai. Call it from London. You have to call it down because so far they are not giving us light. No need. Just call them down Nepa. Simple. Again about the issue of light. We have talked about the matter. Somebody will not speak and benefit of the food in the stomach. We will share the food to other people. Example why? Because of the Nepa. How can we give them life? You dare it. Nepa.
Sir, please, could you please speak up a bit so that we could hear?
Both Cameroon, we are the people giving the life. You go to Benin, we are the people giving the life, and we are inside this. We call our state power state. It is right. They have time to do it. Time shall come. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you. Don't forget you can drop your comments on our social media platform, on Facebook at UpNepa and on YouTube at UpNepa_platform. Please, the question is, do you think Nigeria should export electricity despite the domestic markets? Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, UpNepa.
Let there be light. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Mr. Dikoli. I'm calling from you. Happy Friday to you guys.
Thank you. Please, could you please speak up a bit so I can hear you?
You see, my own foremost question first. I don't think that when we have not done at home yet, we should be able to be exported to other neighboring countries. When we as in Nigeria that we are producing the electricity are not even more satisfied. It's just like a farmer that goes to farm for a year and harvest bomber harvest, and then you do he sell the whole food and he come back home crying for food. What did he really achieve? So as a population of Nigeria, 200 and something million, a giant of Africa, we cannot beat our own chest that we can have power in our own domain 24 hours. Another Niger, another country that we are supplying, they can beat chest of celebrating power. Today now, look at the economics now. It's totally collapsed across Nigeria. And every taxation is there for the citizen. Where the citizen economy is not driving just because of the power is not there. So what do we really achieve to export this power, my sister? So for me, I don't support that. And lastly, you see, I want to call on the electricity company, especially in Niger State here, for the fairness and justice. Please let them be prepaid meter for every household. And they should be able to put a mechanism that will challenge electricity theft and electricity bypass. You see, my sister, I can't come to the studio as a private radio and teach you your job. We cannot teach AEDC their job. Let them distribute prepaid meter. You see, the population of Mina, it is household. We don't even have industrial house here that will say we are even consuming this power at the end of the day, compared to even what they are giving to other states that are even having industrial house like company. Meaning we don't have company. It is only just residential. And this residential house, how many gadgets that consume electricity that we use in our home, and we cannot even have the power as a power state? So what do we really achieve? So the government and ADC and the federal government should be able to look Mina. Please, as a power state, we should be able to be fairness and justice, just like Niger Delta that they are producing this crude oil. They have the NDDC, and most of these NDDC are taking care of all these things for them. So why can't we too be take care or in Niger State here, issue of this power? We should be able to beat our chest that we have 3 to 4 hydro, and we can have 24-hour power electricity, whereby the economy of the state will boom, and things will be able to turn around. Employment will be created. So that was not my contribution this morning. I believe it will go a long way. God bless you for this opportunity.
Right,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have a comment on our Facebook page from Mohammed Buka. And he said, good morning.
He's up Nepa. Don't tell me.
No, don't worry. Let me take a deep breath. Good morning, Up Solar versus Up Nepa. Nigeria supplies electricity to neighboring countries, Benin, Togo, and Niger, primarily due to long-term international treaties, strategic agreement to prevent damming of the River Niger, and regional commitment. These agreements often focus on hydroelectric power, are honored despite Nigeria's domestic shortages, which are primarily driven by inadequate transmission infrastructure, grid instability, and massive generation deficits. While the supply to neighbors is also often consistent, domestic consumers face high tariffs and poor supply due to a lack of generation and weak distribution capacity. So we have another comment by Albert Ghana. He say, Up Solar. Then it is well. Well, do you know one thing we've not really done is that we've not gone to these countries and see how much the citizens are paying for electricity.
Yeah.
I think we need that is something that needs to also be
considered.
So that when we get whatever they are
Paying.
Because they also the Facebook fan here is saying that domestic consumer face high tariff. How do we know those people are not also paying high tariff?
And from the beginning we said something that the payments coming in from these countries are basically what helps the system financially become stable. So if we now decide that, let's even assume that we can cut off the political and regional treaties, can we actually sever ourselves from the economic what's it called, lifeline. Because if they take up all this money that is coming in, bros, sis, are you sure that
it will totally destabilize the region.
Yes.
Let's just say the fact. Okay, let's take another call. Our line has been buzzing since. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry for calling you back. I just want to be brief. Is Ambassador Gebu
Okay, go ahead.
calling you from Sweden.
Go ahead.
What I mean is this, is like some people don't understand what I said. I said, you understand, due to the rules and regulation of the radio, when you call, you are entitled to your own opinion. Somebody will call and you will go into your opinion and be tampering with it. It is wrong. That is what I just said.
No.
I don't know if you're understanding me. The rules is this, your name and where you are calling from. If not, they will cut you off. Then secondly, you people always tell us, you don't tamper with somebody's opinion. Everybody is entitled to his own opinion.
Nobody is
Then
tampering with your opinion,
you
Ambassador.
you don't, hello? And lastly, is what? When you deviate, you people will cut us off. Like I earlier told you, a man from Boso called, he said, I am lying. You see, he tempered with my own opinion. That is what I said. I said, you people, you understand, should be professional in stopping people.
All right, Ambassador, we have heard you. Please let the show continue. Thank you very much. Okay. All right.
Okay, so back to the main issue now. You know, we really have to understand, like today's topic is, why is Nigeria actually exporting? We are trying to find out why Nigeria is actually exporting power when we still have shortages. Justina mentioned a few things earlier. See, there are places, the other time we talked about when we had security experts here, there were transmission towers that were vandalized by Nigerians. Or by a few Nigerians, because we are not part of them, but by some wicked people. How could you just go, bring out that whole tower because you want to sell metal for 10,000, 5,000, and the entire region is put in darkness? So these are things that we have to look at and, shun every form of personal greed for patriotism.
That's very interesting. Okay, while our line is still buzzed. Okay, the number to call is 0903880883. And also drop your comments on our social media. Let's hear from you. What is your own contribution about this topic this morning? Do you think Nigeria should continue exporting electricity? And okay, let's take this call. Hello. All right, sorry, we lost that call. Okay, just like I've been saying, let's take another call. Hello, good morning. What is going on? Okay, please, while calling, please move away from your radio set so that we can be able to hear you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
This is Femi Car calling from Tunga.
Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead.
All right, I am in support of Nigeria exporting light to other countries based on the explanation I got this morning. If not, I will have said a man is producing rice, selling it out while the children does not see that rice. So from the explanation I got this morning, I really in support of that. Then secondly, I want to sincerely from my heart and what I've seen with my naked eye, there is serious corruption in that system. I went to a particular state where I see how they monitor Nepa staff themselves. If your Nepa staff comes to your house, there is a particular number you call. They will speak to confirm whether that staff is from them. Here, you don't see anybody wearing anything back into your house, and then I'm telling you from the experience I got. I paid Nepa bill, put my bill on the quarter distance there. Went to work. It's like there was breeze. If something fell off from there, they came to my house that I have not paid. I said I paid. At least you have a system where you should know that I have paid. I have paid. They said, no. Did you see the receipt there and so on like that? Before I got home, they packed all my wire and went home with it. I went and paid for the connection fee. Also, I'm telling you, for the past 2 years, I have not gotten my wire back. I have to get another one. Thank you.
That's really
That's serious. I'm sure the Nigeria Electricity Company are listening to this, and I'm sure they will take this up. We have a question on on our Facebook page.
Okay.
It's also by Mohammed Buka. He said, "We know the problems already, but what is the solution, and what approach is the opposition what approach the opposition would do different from the one PDP and APC government do?" Baba of Nepa and Lady Justina, this is a question. I'm sorry, this is not a political platform. So we are just here to talk about Nepa issue and electricity
Before somebody come and
so we can't make comments on that. It's not a political platform.
But I think directors should pay attention, and Booker has been one of our consistent commenters on social media. So I think one of these days when you are doing giveaway,
he will be one of the person he has been consistent. Yes.
If I were you, Mr.
Thank you
Booker,
so
I would
much,
just
sir.
record
We
this part
appreciate
now
it.
and get ready for it. Okay, let's have another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your name and where you're calling from. You're welcome.
This is Jimo Fedro speaking from Vega.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, I got you clearly. And that is right. It does not mean that if you are a tenant in a landlord house and you are doing business, the landlord is not the owner of the business. The dams we have in Niger State does not belong to Niger State. They are only situated in Niger. So that does not give us the guarantee that, yes, we should be getting a complete supply. AEDC is a business venture. And what mainly they're after is to get a return. But when you look at it, it is a thing that the owner of this AEDC are exploiting the staff. The staff have not been paying adequately and accurately. Then for the staff, they have no alternative than to exploit the consumers too. It is nothing that is making AEDC to give us constant power supply. They've been making a lot of money, I want to tell you. But one of the main challenges to them, poor financing, poor managing. Whatever they remit or whatever is the return, it is not used judiciously. I want to tell you, go and make your confirmation. There are percentages that AEDC gets, and they give it to some critical stakeholders in Niger. If you don't know, think about it or find out. If not, why will it be so? Can AEDC be bigger than Niger? Or can Abuja electricity bigger than Abuja? It can't be possible. But simply because they are taking this homage from AEDC, they can't be able to speak for us.
Okay, sir.
Those are one of the things that we need.
From the topic, do you think Nigeria should continue to supply electricity to other countries or focus on domestic markets?
Of course, it is a business. And that's why I brought an example. If you are a tenant in a landlord house and you are doing your business, if me that is not in the same house with you, as long as you can say to me and I'm paying, what do you think will happen? You give me more concentration than the landlord who is only the landlord and is not paying you for what you are doing. I don't know if I'm making points.
Yeah.
It's a clear thing, exploitation that is happening within Nigerians. Nigeria that is making a supply to another country, the other country cannot take the chances of this exploitation. They would like everything to be done legally, properly, and accurately. But in Nigeria, reverse has always become the case. The AEDC is exploiting the staff, and the staff are exploiting the consumers. But in other countries, once it happens, there will be a bilateral disagreement between the two of them, and it will lead to serious compensation. So the AEDC has to be very, very, very careful. But it is only in Nigeria that you can do and undo. So I want people to get knowledge of this. It is
just the poor managing and poor financing that is happening. And it is a complete exploitation from the AEDC to the consumer. That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that contribution. Do you still have some on social media? Okay, our time is almost up. So, but before we go, I would like to have may take one more call, but before we call it a day. But before that, I want you to know that. But before that, I want you to know that um, Nigerian power problem is not simply export. It is a combination of low generation capacity, weak transmission network, poor distribution infrastructure, financial crisis in the sector, policy and regulatory challenges, vandalism, and gas supply issues. So we all already know the issues is in depth. It's much more bigger than what we see or what we already know. So as today's topic is to inform you, and also we have that this is an eye opener. We're not just Nigeria is not just exporting electricity for it's a paid arrangement, and it's also helping the sector to stabilize. Okay, since we don't have any other call, okay, we have one last call before we call it a day. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, you're welcome. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Abdullah here in Mina. Abdullah Dauko. About Nepa's issue. All those points that you have pointed out, they are not true. Everything is there. I always call it Nepa. Everything is available. Water is available, generation is available, everything is available. It is poor management and corruption. You see, when you are eating money, you are getting money, and the people that you are eating their money realize that you are eating their money and you are not giving them nothing, they stop paying you. So you are the one that will be crying because money is not coming, and now you are complaining. Nepa, most of the materials or the equipment are being sponsored by government. And most of these things are being given by politicians. Most of the politicians are giving transformers and other things. And the consumers are the people that are maintaining electricity. They are the people providing wire. They are the people providing poles. Sometimes, communities will provide transformer. Why should I give you, for example, a woman that is selling food? She brings pounded yam for you and she's asking you to bring soup so that she will still collect the money of that food, soup. So it is wrong. About 75% of the maintenance of Nepa is by the public, the government, and the politicians. Then where is the money going? Those that bought Nepa, what are they doing with the money? Wallahi tallahi kai. Idan kudin da ake biya ka duba duk Najeriya, ka duba NNPC da ake samu wuta fa, ka duba government offices da ake samu wuta kuma ana biya. Nepa ba karamin kudi suke samu ba. Ya za su suna mana wannan magana. All those things that you are pointed, it is not true. It is corruption. And if this corruption should stop in Nepa, well, everybody will get light. Look at Niger. Niger are maintaining. You can't do that. You can't mess up with electricity in Niger. Then you that giving them, you are messing up. Look at, if it is not corruption, the first meter that was brought, if the light is not full, you cannot, the meter will not work. And they find out that this thing is not favoring them, they bring another meter. You have to pay what you consume.
Sorry, sir. So, do you now support that it's because of this corruption that we have to supply electricity to other countries, or we should keep supplying it based on the bilateral agreements?
No. If you stop supplying light to Niger, they will build their own dam. And if they build their own dam, the pressure of water coming to River Niger to generate electricity will be off. So that bilateral has been there for almost 60 or something years. I cannot tell it exactly, but the bilateral arrangement should continue. But that of Nigeria, we should maintain it. I was a Nepa officer in 1979. I used to go to Kano workshop to collect materials and Oshoji to collect meter. These things are available. They are hundredly available. It's just corruption. Why can you pay?
All right. Thank you so much,
So
sir.
we are from the in out.
Yeah, somebody that has worked in the sector. You know what actually was for me the height of this was the fact that as he was speaking English, did he just choke? He just turned into Hausa.
He just turned.
Vicky became
I was like, what is this man taking me to? Hello. All right, it's been a wonderful
Thank you
time.
so much
this
for your
month.
call, sir.
Good.
It was very educative.
Yes, very educative. Thank you. And to all those that called and to those that dropped their comment on our social media platform, thank you so much. You all make this boat sail effortlessly. So we appreciate your contribution and always tuning in to listen to us every Friday. Like I said, this is an electricity advocacy platform. We are not here to, do any political stuff here. Okay, so it's an electricity advocacy platform that we inform you, we educate you, and also we enlighten you on what is going on in the power sector. It's been an amazing time with Justina and Baba Up Nepa joining us this morning, and I want to say a very big thank you. I really appreciate your time staying with us. Today's session is very interesting and eye-opening.
Came to give us a lecture and
as usual, whenever Bob Up Nepa is around, just get your pen and paper around and
electricity export 101.
You should start putting on your payroll so that
oh my God.
when I come in, you pay me for sitting like Senate.
Okay. No, we'll consider that. We'll think about that and consider that. All right, thank you so much. Like I said, this is still Up Nepa. Until we meet again next week, Friday, same time and same station. Please do well to follow us on all social media platforms. Yes, hit the notification button so that you can get notified on anything new we have your way or we bring your way this morning. My name is Victoria Festus, and with me this morning has been Justina and Baba Up Nepa. Until we meet again, let's continue this conversation on our Facebook and on our YouTube. Please drop your comments. The conversation continues on our social media. Do have a wonderful week. Up Nepa. Let there be lights.